What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, we're coming back to Smashing Pumpkins. Yes, indeed. Smashing Pumpkins fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from Mass Attack 27, and this is actually one of Mass Attack 27's 3 prioritized requests for the month of December for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Mass Attack. Hope you enjoy the show, man. Mass Attack wanted to see me react to this song by Smashing Pumpkins called Quiet. Quiet. Used to get that all the time when I was in the library. Quiet! Sorry. Anyway, have I heard the song before? No, I have not heard the song before. The song does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there is always a chance I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Smashing Pumpkins, okay? And the video has 475,483 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Quiet, remastered. I recognize the artwork, so I know this. We're on the right page here. I know we are. Quiet. This is going to be a ballad, I hope. With a name like Quiet, it kind of leads me to believe this is going to be a ballad. All right, well, we'll deal with it. We'll see. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
It's not a ballad. A lot of backmasking. Okay. It's got a solid groove to it. I'm digging the groove. There's something I'm not digging, and I don't know what it is. But there's something that's kind of bugging me. I think it might be the vocals. It might be the vocals. But I'm digging the groove. The groove feels great. The tone, the guitar tone sounds fantastic. The drumming, nice pattern. I can even hear the bass a little bit. I can hear it a little bit. Everything sounds good. I think it's the vocals that are bugging me, though. I think it is. I don't know. And here's the thing. I don't even know why. I don't know why the vocals are bothering me. But I think that is what's bugging me. But I can't put my finger on what the reasoning is. Anyway, let's continue listening. Maybe it'll come to me. Maybe it'll be like, oh, that's why. You know, so far, I'm not even 100% sure if it is the vocals, but I think it is. Anyway, let's keep going for right now. Nice setup with drums. That it? Wait. No, it wasn't it. Let me back up. I thought it ended there. That was interesting. Switching to the 3. Did 3 measures of 3 followed by a measure of 4? That's interesting. I didn't see that coming. Was it necessary? Nah, I wouldn't say necessary, but it was definitely different, and I can definitely appreciate it for that reason. It didn't feel awkward either. Like when they went to those 3 measures of 3 into the measure of 4, it didn't sound out of place. It didn't sound awkward. It didn't sound like it didn't belong. It just sounded a little different. That's all. The build up to the guitar solo, I dug that. I really dug that. The way it swelled, not just in pitch, but in volume as well. There was a slow, steady crescendo along with the pitch moving up and up and up and up and up and up into the guitar solo, which it bled in, which was really cool. It's the only way I can describe it. I like the choruses, and I'll tell you what I like about the chorus. You got that setup. It's almost like a reverse setup. Usually you'll have the drum fill at the end of the phrase, right? In this case, they're doing it at the beginning of the phrase. That da 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 doom it ba do da doom da 1 2 3 boom. It's an interesting inversion. Like usually we'd have a setup like that, like I said, at the end of the phrase, but in this case they're doing it at the beginning of the phrase, of each phrase. It's interesting. It doesn't sound bad. It actually it's kind of cool. As far as what's bothering me, I don't think it's the vocals. The more I'm listening to it, the more I'm actually enjoying the vocals, but something is still bothering me and I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is, but something is like, it's like in the back of your head. It's like, you know when you get that little thought in the back of your head and you can't even put your finger on what it is. It's just something's bugging you. Something's bothering you. It's like, you know, that little needle just kind of into the back of your skull. It's just like, yeah, it's there. It doesn't hurt. It's just more annoying than anything else. And I can't put my finger on it. Like I said, I thought it was the vocals. No, it's not the vocals. I don't know what it is, but something is bugging me. I've got to figure this out. I've got to figure it out. Because if I don't, it's going to bother me like for weeks.
Messy
Wait. Right here. That's what I've been hearing. That's what's been getting on my nerves. That. I've heard it. I heard it as like an underlying line, and I couldn't put my finger on it because it was there, but I couldn't hear it distinctively. But it's been there the whole time. That's been going through the entire song. And I kept thinking, something's bothering me. Something's bugging me. And I can't put my finger on it, but I hear it. But I hear it, but I don't hear it. It's not present. It's not in your face. It's not up front. It's an underlying thing. That right there. That's what it was. Okay. I feel better now. Let me just be sure. I don't hear it here. I would hear it in the verses. Let me back up to the verse. Oh, that's the chorus. Yep. I hear it. It's there. It's there. It's in the verses. It's not in the chorus though, but it's in the verse. And it's underlying. It's underneath everything. Oh man. You know, sometimes these things are a blessing and a curse. But I could hear it. Yeah, that, oh, God. Oh! That's why I hear it. Okay. I am so glad. Because if I hadn't figured it out, if I hadn't figured out why something was getting on my nerves, I would have been distraught for weeks. I am not kidding you. I'm one of those people where if I can't figure something out, it irritates me. And it absolutely irritates me. It will continue to irritate me until I do figure it out. So I'm glad I figured it out. Okay. All right. It all makes sense now. Okay. Let me gather my thoughts. And I'll see you in the review. We'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Smashing Pumpkins with Quiet. This was a request from Mass Attack 27, and this is actually one of Mass Attack 27's 3 prioritized requests for the month of December for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Mass Attack. Hope you enjoy the show, man. On a scale of 1 to 10, I had to think about this one, but actually it got a little higher score than I thought it was going to get originally. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.4. Yep, 8.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, I'm going to save the big surprise for the end. Let's talk about the songwriting. Not really that complex of a song from a chordal structure standpoint. It followed a pretty basic pattern, pretty simple pattern, but like I've always said, simple can be effective when it's done properly. And this was definitely done properly. Through the use of dynamics, they were able to make a somewhat repetitive pattern feel not so repetitive. And they did change things up. I mean, obviously, when you went from verse to chorus, there were some change-ups. But the same chords were pretty much used through the entire song, which is perfectly fine. The use of the subdivisions in the chorus, that 3-hit accent, that ta 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 boom, do ba do ba do ba, 1 2 3 4. You know, that the 3-hit accented to begin each phrase of each chorus. That was cool. I dug that. And the reason I dug it is usually you would hear a setup like that towards the end on the other side, but they did it at the beginning of the phrases here. And that's unusual. It's different. And I dug it. It fit. It definitely fit. And I believe that's the hook. Because that's, out of everything, that's what I'm going to remember the most, are those 3 accented hits going into that low note. It was really well done, really strategically placed, and really well thought out. So I gotta give them props for that. The drumming on this was solid, good, solid groove to it. Bass playing, I could hear it. It was using a distorted bass patch of some kind, but I mean, it was still there. It kind of blended in with the guitar, and I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. Knowing Smashing Pumpkins, it probably was intentional. They probably did want the bass and the guitar to have very similar patches so it would blend. And it worked. It worked just fine. It worked like a charm. Because they did blend. I mean, there was obviously an octave difference, but I mean, they were playing unison line a lot. And normally I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not normally a big fan of guitar and bass playing unison line through like 3/4 of the song. But in this case, I think it's because they were both using similar patches. I think it worked out. I think that's why it worked out. Vocally on this, now here's where things get interesting. I thought at first, when I first heard the first verse, I was like, something's bugging me, but I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I thought it was the vocals. Then we got to the chorus. And on the chorus, whatever it was that was bothering me disappeared. And I was like, I'm hearing the vocals. They didn't change really all that much. The pitch, I mean, not the pitch. The tone of his voice didn't really change a whole lot. I mean, obviously his pitch has changed because he's singing different notes, but I was listening to the tone of his voice. I'm like, it didn't really change, but all of a sudden it's not bugging me. So then I listened to the second verse and it started bothering me again. I'm like, maybe it's the way he's singing the verse. No, that wasn't it either, because they went back into the second chorus, and again, it didn't bother me. So I kept thinking to myself, something's bothering me about this song, but it's not the vocals. So the vocals were fine. The vocals were just fine. What he was doing vocally was really cool, actually. He was changing his vocal style in the middle of phrases. I mean, he would come in with a harder approach, and then he would soften it, all within the same phrase. And like I said, at first I thought maybe that was what was bugging me. But no, that's not what was bugging me. That's what was cool about it. So I was like, okay, so that's not it. It wasn't until we got to the very end of the song, when all the instruments had faded out, and yet there was still about 3 seconds going. And underneath, during those 3 seconds, you heard this. It was like some babble going on at the bottom. Some like computer coding babble or something like that. And I thought to myself, that's it! That's what I heard! And I went back and I checked. In the chorus, didn't hear it. In the verse, I heard it. And it was the verses that were bugging me. And I'm positive that's why. Because the second I heard it clear as a bell, I was like, that's it. That's the reason. That's why it was going crazy. That's what was bugging me. There it is. Now, normally, when something like that annoys the hell out of me, I give things a lower score. But in this case, I can't believe I'm going to say this, it actually helped the score. And the reason is because they did it strategically. They didn't have that little underlying thing going through the entire song. That little underlying thing was happening in the verses only. And I was like, I hate to say it, that's kind of brilliant. It's like having those little hidden Easter eggs. You know, they'll pop up here and there, but they won't be through the entire movie. You know, it just happens in this one little place and this other one little place. It's the same concept. So you're having this underlying, for lack of a better word, garbage line, underlying everything. And I'll bet you anything, if I were to play this through like car speakers or just like regular headphones, I probably wouldn't have even heard it. But using it through stereo monitors, like studio monitors, like Avalon's, or similar, you know, really high-end speakers, the kind of speakers that cost like $15,000 each to $25,000 each that you'll see in studios, or using in-ears like, you know, IEMs like I use. I was able to pick it up, and I didn't, but here's the thing, I didn't pick it up. It was underlying, it was so underlying that I couldn't put my finger on it. It was just, but I could hear something was bothering me, but I couldn't put my finger on it until I heard it isolated by itself. And I hate to say it, but that's kind of cool. I hate to say it. I can't believe I'm saying it, but it is kind of cool that they would strategically put it. Yeah, like I said, if it had been through the entire song, I would have been annoyed as all hell. And I would have been like, no, I don't know why they did that. I think it's stupid that they did that. But because they put them in strategic places, only in the verses, I gotta give them credit for that. Because it's sneaky. It's absolutely sneaky. And kudos to them for doing it. You know, there have been other artists, like avant-garde artists, who have done similar things. You know, put a humming noise or a resonance or, you know, crickets or whatever, just in underlying things. And you don't hear them, but they're there. But you can't put your finger on it. And it's the same thing here. So I gotta give them credit for it. I do. It, for lack of a better word, it was pretty brilliant. It was pretty brilliant. So I gotta give them props for that. And that's why I'm giving it the 8.4. I mean, it didn't come up much. Seriously, it went from like an 8.3 to an 8.4. I mean, the song on its own without that was like an 8.3. It's a great song. It's a great song. I actually enjoyed it. Not gonna lie, when I saw the title that said Quiet, I'm thinking to myself, oh god, it's a ballad. And then like after like the first 5 seconds, I'm like, oh, this ain't a ballad. Thankfully. I don't know if I can handle a ballad right now. I just don't. I want to keep upbeat. I want to keep the rockers. I want to keep the upbeat, you know, intensity songs going. I appreciate the fact that this was not a ballad. So, you know, an 8.4 is a great score, and I feel good with that score, and that is where we're going to stay. So, 8.4, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show, and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base to become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.